During my career, I think I've marked around 10,000 essays, but I still find it quite hard to exactly define what an essay is. Certainly a long question, and by that I mean a question that requires a long answer, although the length of it can vary between a few hundred and several thousand words, depending on whether you're writing the essay as a piece of coursework or in 40 minutes in an exam, when it'll obviously be shorter. Key element of an essay, I think, is that it will contain some form of analysis, maybe interpretation, maybe applying ideas, and maybe evaluating them. I'm going to show you what I mean by that. Here's a question. It's a simple question. Identify 4 types of fruit. It requires a simple list as an answer, and I'm sure we can all think of lots of types of fruit. So that's not an essay question. Let's make it a bit more complex. This is something that you might get asked in an educational context, in a history course. Again, the issues are quite complex, but still it's a list. It's still basically a list. It's just about what you know. And you might get this set as a piece of homework, but it's still not quite an essay. However, if we then move our question to something like that, it becomes much more like an essay, because this time you're asked to discuss. That means you're asked to look at all aspects of the cause of the First World War, put something of your own on it, maybe to interpret them, maybe to try and evaluate them as well. To take every aspect and look at it in depth, which is a similar sort of essay command to examining, in the way that when you examine something, you look at it really, really closely. On the other hand, you may get another type of essay which might ask you to evaluate the causes. In this situation, you're clearly going to have to list, you have to know what those causes are, but you're also going to have to weigh them up and say which you think are the most significant and why. So let's go back and think about an essay again. It's a long piece of writing. It involves knowledge, but crucially, it involves some analysis as well. To find out more about writing essays, you can watch our other videos.